plays of mine. It's called COVID Maude. COVID Maude. Oh my goodness. COVID Maude. And obviously I wrote that in the last year. The play takes place last summer in the home of Maude and Claude. They're trying to learn to live in isolation with their adult son, Rimbaud, at home with them. Maude is played by Fran Latin, Claude by Richard Boudreau, and Jordan Backer plays Rimbaud, who is named after the French poet Maude, who wrote a poem called A Season in Hell. And the last, it's a very good poem. Check it out later. And in the last year and a half, I think many of us have had several seasons of hell. So I hope there's something in this play that we can identify with. Thank you.
Okay, I'll put them away, but I'm not wiping.
What's that you're playing?
The game.
Did you wipe off the groceries yet?
Tell your mother we don't have to do that anymore.
Father says that you...
We should still do it. We don't need to be spreading crap around. You could get sick.
She says do it anyway.
Tell her her bubble is too big.
He says...
What about my butt?
Don't talk like that in front of Rimbaud.
Oh, he's heard worse. Have you got a job yet? People keep working all over the place. It don't matter about this COVID thing. They got hiring notices up.
I have a job.
You call that stuff on Kaboom a job?
Tell her it's Zoom. Zoom!
Whatever. So they got hiring posters up at the store. Any idiot can do those jobs. Even you. Anyway, I'm talking to the cashier, and yes, we all have our masks on. She's got a shield, too. Can't understand a word she's saying. So I lean over the counter, around this damn barrier. Well, that's why I can't hear her. All this plastic stuff is in the way. Anyway, she backs up and starts yelling at me. Well, I can hear that.
Ask her if the police are coming. The last time she went shopping, we had all kinds of people visit. Forms to fill out, emotions running high. It was a hell of a mess.
He wants to know...
Oh, you shut up. Go wash your hands or something. Anyway, she's home, and I can't understand real well. So I asked her why she can't talk like that all the time. The manager or some dork or other with a dozen badges hanging off his neck comes up and asks if there's a problem. Hell yes, there's a problem. I can't hear him. I tell him I can't hear him. I can't hear anything in this store. You ought to fix the acoustics or something. So, while we're trying to talk to each other, the cashier finishes ringing me up and bagging my stuff and... Have you wiped them off yet? Tell them to wipe the damn groceries off.
Tell her I wiped off the damn groceries. At least I think I did, didn't I?
Oh, as I was saying, oh, never mind. How about that game with presidents?
We just played that this morning.
What game is that?
Ask a question, like, who lost the presidency because they were ugly?
Nixon!
Nixon!
See, we can't play it with him.
You can.
He doesn't know anybody before George II. Who, by the way, won even though he was cross-eyed. Who?
Can we settle on an ordinary television show? I can't stand endless robots and shooting each other. I'm going to have an episode with all the blinking lights.
Ask her how we'll be able to tell if she's having an episode.
Shut up! Give me that controller. No, not that one. Oh.
Take it.
No, not that one. The one for the cable. And the one for the volume. For the volume. Oh. And give me that stick of joy that you can't go off and change it into some apocalyptic chaos.
Speaking of chaos, what is that mess in the bathroom?
It's my stuff. Don't you touch it. Give me those things. Give me
Here,
those.
take them off. Here. Just, there.
You want housewives? Oops. Look at you. You want housewives, Survivor, or HCTV?
Whatever. I need to take a nap before I go to work.
You think he's really got a job?
Yeah, he told me about it. I just nodded my head so I wouldn't look down. I didn't understand what he was talking about. But, yeah, I guess he's got a job.
I don't know. He's behind in the rent.
We charge him rent?
Yes. The rent is... Yes. You remember? We agreed. He told me he gave you the rent.
He didn't give me any money. Are you sure? How long has this been going on?
A couple of months ago, when the restrictions went down harder. Maybe we should kick him out. See what he says.
Ribbon. Ribbon. The intergalactic interpersonal intermediarite is crashing into a spaceship in Syria. Time to kill some people.
What?
Where's the rent?
The what?
The rent! You're supposed to pay us monthly. While you're staying here. Where's the rent?
We never talked about that.
See, I told you.
Told me what?
We never talked about rent. I would remember. I remember things.
She probably meant to talk to you about it.
Will you look at what she's wearing? Makes her look like one of those tardy housewives. I thought they were house hunting in Houston. Who would want to live in Houston? It's a hot swamp. Maybe that's why her skin glows.
See, she already doesn't remember.
What, do you need money? I could pay something, but I kind of wanted to save up so I can move out after this whole virus thing is over.
The virus is over? Great! I'm moving out.
Good, where are you going?
Mom, you're not going anywhere, are you? Where?
It's time I got that mansion in Lake Como. It's cheap over there in Italy. I can hear George Clooney calling to me. I could move in with him and his housewife. I could change the channels for him or something.
His wife is a lawyer. Wouldn't you be better off trying to get a role on Housewives of Keizer or something?
So, Maude, when are you getting a job?
I have a job. Do you want me to pay your rent?
Don't be silly, don't be silly. I was just kidding you. But we are curious what kind of job you got on the computer for hours. What the hell is that?
I train other people to use the computer.
Well, that's all we need. You train them how to pretend to be the IRS or Social Security so they can steal our money?
No, it's not like that.
Well, what is it like?
Stressful.
Do you like it?
Yes. And no.
Is there any way in hell you could explain that to us?
No.
Oh, sounds like the jobs I've had. Not that I couldn't explain them. It would just bore everyone to death. So, I guess you have a job. But what are you going to do with this damn lockdown, shutdown, COVID, mass marauder thing is over?
Over? Your show is over. You want to watch another one? How about a mystery with a lot of dead bodies? You count this out.
Hey, pay attention. We're talking about the future.
Yeah, well, I've got somewhere to go.
Where's he going?
Oh,
Dad.
it's about time.
What?
Never mind. What about you?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so used to living like this, I can hardly imagine anything else.
Where are the car keys?
Where they always are. In the kitchen, on the hook.
I looked.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah. This has been pretty weird. But if there's an after, it will be scary. In a whole new way.
Relax, Ma. Have a drink. Do you want me to get you a drink?
It's okay, I found them. Never mind.
Read me a poem, honey. Just read me a poem.
Hello again, I'm Lynn Millar, and this next play is mine. It's called Maude. Obviously written in the last year. So it takes place in summer of 2020 in the home of Claude and Maude and their adult son, Maude. So you can already guess some issues. Maude is, well, the play is directed by James Camp, who's up there filming our show tonight. Maude is played by Fran Latin, Claude by Richard Woodrare, who's another playwright in the group, and their son, Maude, is played by Jordan Macker. Now, Maude is named after the French poet Rimbaud, wrote a poem called Season in Hell. And I think in the last year and a half, many of us have experienced many seasons of hell. So I hope there's something that you can find to relate to in this play.
I'm back! Time to get the groceries.
Okay, I'll put them away, but I'm not wiping.
What's that you're playing?
A game.
Did you wipe down the groceries yet?
Tell your mother that we don't have to do that anymore.
Father says that you don't have to do that anymore.
We should still do it. We don't need to be spreading crap around. We might all get sick.
She says you should do it anyway.
Tell her your bubble is too big.
He said that you're...
What a drop my butt.
Red Bond?
Oh, he's heard worse. Have you got a job yet? People working all over this place. Don't matter about this COVID thing. They got hiring notices up.
I have a job.
You call that stuff on Kaboom a job?
Tell her it's Zoom. Zoom!
Whatever. So they got hiring posters up at the store. Any idiot can do those jobs. Even you. Anyway, I'm talking to the cashier, and yes, we all have our masks on. She's got a shield, too. Can't understand a word she's saying. So I lean over the counter around this damn barrier. Well, that's why I can't hear her. All this plastic stuff is in the way. Anyway, she backs up and starts yelling at me. Well, I can hear that.
Ask her if the police are coming. The last time she went shopping, we had all sorts of people stopping by. Forms to fill out, emotions running high. It was a hell of a mess.
He wants to know if...
Oh, you shut up. Go wash your hands or something. Anyway, she's hollering. I can understand real well, so I asked her why she can't talk like that all the time. The manager, or some dork or other with a dozen badges hanging off his neck, comes up and asks if there's a problem. Hell yes, there's a problem. I tell him, I can't hear anything in this store. You ought to fix the acoustics or something. So, well, we're trying to talk to each other. The cashier finishes ringing me up and backing my stuff and have you wiped them off yet? Tell him to wipe the damn groceries off.
Tell her I wiped off the damn groceries. At least I think I did. Didn't I?
As I was saying, oh, never mind. How about that game with the presidents?
We just played that this morning.
What game is that?
Ask a question, like, who lost the presidency because they were ugly?
Nixon.
Nixon.
See, we can't play it with him. He doesn't remember anybody before George II. Who, by the way, won even though he was crossed.
Can we settle on an ordinary television show? I can't stand endless robots and hunks shooting each other. I'm going to have an episode with all those blinking lights.
Ask her how we'll be able to tell if she's having an episode.
Shut up! Give me that controller. No, not that one. The one for the cable. And the one for the volume.
Take it off. Just take them off.
Just give me that stick controller. Yeah. So you don't go up and change it to some apocalyptic chaos.
Speaking of apocalyptic chaos, what is that mess in the bathroom?
That's my stuff and don't you touch it. Don't give me those things. You want housewives? Survivors? Or HGTV?
Whatever, I need a nap before I go to work.
He's really got a job?
Yeah, he told me about it. I just nodded my head so I wouldn't look dumb. I didn't understand anything he was talking about, but yeah, I guess he's got a job.
I don't know. He's behind in the rent.
We charge him rent?
Yes, remember? We agreed. He told me he gave you the rent.
He didn't give me any money. Are you sure? When did this start?
A couple of months ago, when the restrictions went down harder. Maybe we should kick him out. See what he says.
Rimbad! Oh, Rimbad! The intergalactic interpersonal intermediate is crashing into the spaceship over Syria. Time to kill some people.
What?
Where's the rent?
The what?
The rent! You're supposed to pay us monthly while you're staying here. Where's the rent?
We never talked about that.
See, I told you.
Told me what?
We never talked about rent. I would remember. I remember things.
She probably meant to talk to you.
Will you look at what she's wearing? She looks like one of those tardy housewives. I thought they were house hunting in Houston. Who would want to live in Houston? It's like a hot swamp. Maybe that's why her skin glows.
See, she already doesn't remember.
Do you need money? I could pay something, but I wanted to build up my savings so I could move out after this whole virus thing is over.
The virus is over? Great! I'm moving out!
Good, where you going?
Mom, you're not going anywhere, are you? Where?
This time, I got that mansion in Lake Como. It's really cheap in Italy. I can hear George Clooney calling to me now. I can move in with him and his housewife. I could change the channels for them or something.
His wife is a lawyer. Don't you think you'd do better off with trying for a role on Housewives of Keizer or something?
So, Maude, honey, where are you getting a job?
I have a job. Do you want me to pay rent?
Don't be silly. I was just kidding you. But we are curious about what kind of job you got on the computer for hours. What the hell is that?
I teach other people how to use the computer.
Well, that's all we need. Are you teaching them how to pretend to be the IRS or Social Security so they can take all the money?
No, it's not like
So
that.
what is it like?
Stressful.
Do you like it?
Yes. And no.
Is there any way in hell you can explain it to us?
No.
Sounds like the jobs I've had. Not that I couldn't explain them. It would just bore everyone to death. So, I guess you have a job. But what are you going to do when this damn lockdown, shutdown, COVID, mass marauder thing is over?
I don't know.
Your show is over. You want to watch another one? Maybe a mystery with a lot of dead bodies. You count this time.
Hey, pay attention. We're talking about the future.
All right. Well, I got someone else to draw.
Where's he going?
Who?
Dad.
It's about time.
What?
Never mind. How about you? What about you?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's hard to imagine when the world gets back to normal after this whole thing is over. I can hardly imagine doing anything else.
Where are the car keys?
Where they always are. On the hook in the kitchen.
I looked.
Look again. Yeah. This has been really weird.
Relax, Maude.
But if there's an after, It'll be scary in a whole new way.
Maude, have a drink. Do you want me to get you a drink?
Okay, I found them, never mind.
Read me a poem, honey. Just read me a poem.